So the new coins from the Royal Australian Mint have finally arrived. Let's take a look. When I first learned that the theme for these coins would be the CSIRO, understandably I was expecting something celebrating the advent of polymer technology, which they famously developed, but it's actually creatures of the deep. So the CSIRO is the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation. This was somewhat news to me. They do quite a lot more than just develop interesting technology for currency. You may be shocked to learn that they were actually instrumental in the development of Wi-Fi, which is a little odd because internet in Australia is incredibly slow compared to the rest of the world. Alright, on to the coins. That's what we're all here for. Let's take a look. So the first set we'll look at is the Mint Mark and Privy Mark set. For a little more information on that terminology, if these are new words to you, you can take a look at the video. I'll put a link in the description where we look at that terminology. We have here a tripod fish. I actually quite like the way they've gone about the design on this. So it's not loaded up with branding and things like that. It sort of just leaves plenty of space for the artwork to really, take center stage. Alrighty, here we have it, Creatures of the Deep. I like the design, but I think when I see the Mint Mark and Privy Mark set, I realise the difference is the Mint Marks and the Privy Marks, but it seems like an opportunity, You've got such an interesting organisation, the CSIRO, with so many different technologies and things that they've developed. It would have been nice to see, a coin for Wi-Fi, a coin for, some of the cotton blends they've worked on. I think they did that to reduce water waste for farmers and things like that. If you do a little bit of research into the CSIRO, you'll see they've done some incredible things and there's a lot of history there. But I'll stop with my feedback and we'll just focus on the coins for now. So looking towards the top of the design here, you'll see the research vessel Investigator. This is a really interesting ship. I did a little bit of research into this. It was commissioned in 2014 and it's 94 meters long. It can accommodate 40 researchers and technicians as well as 20 crew and has an endurance of 60 days and 10,000 nautical miles without resupply. Certainly a bit more impressive than my i30 that I get around in. I'll also put a link in the description. They're also running a live stream, so at any given time you can click on this link and you can actually get a live feed from the ship, which I think is a really clever idea. Okay, flipping the set over, we have the new, I guess you would call it the memorial obverse of Queen Elizabeth II. So the only difference here is the dates, 1952 through to 2022, which was the duration of her reign as Queen. I think this is a fitting design to sort of cap off her reign and something that I think the Mint has had to do whilst they wait for the formal approval for the new Charles effigies, which we'll probably be seeing later on in the year, I imagine. There's also some coral looking element in the center of the coin, which I learned is actually Chrysogoria. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I've done my very best, but it's actually a living organism. So I don't actually know what that animal is on the right hand side. If we have any marine biologists in the audience, or you just want to do that little bit of research, feel free to put it in the comments and help me out with that one. Taking a look now to the overall design appearance of this set, I think they've missed another great opportunity. With so many interesting, creatures of the deep, I think they could have featured a number of them in the artwork here. I guess given that it sort of represents the abyss and I guess to a degree the unknown, it makes sense, but I do think with all of the interesting animals and things like that the research vessel would be looking into, you could have featured a few in here. Maybe even just some spooky eyeballs, or just interesting shapes, representing some of these interesting creatures that you see down there. Just a little more feedback from me. Next up, we have what I'm hoping is a beautiful coin featuring what was crowned the ugliest animal in the world. So we have here a nice artistic rendition of a blobfish. I can see how it was awarded that title, but I'm glad that it's finally getting immortalised on an official coin from the Royal Australian Mint. Let's have a look. They've done it again. The Royal Australian Mint. This tissue paper, I don't like it. This is not a nice unboxing experience. I hope one day you see one of these videos or talk to the collecting community. I don't think I'm alone when I say that I'm excited to open my new coin. I don't want to have it in this type of a box with this type of packaging. Maybe one day I'll do a comparison video. I think a company that really hit the nail on the head is actually the Royal Mint over in the UK. They do these really lovely timber boxes with nice hinges, and it just makes for a nicer experience when you open it up. But let's get back to it. This design actually looks great in silver. I'm very impressed. The fields look great, as you would expect in a proof coin, and it presents very well. So I'm actually quite happy with this coin. I'm also really curious to see it in gold. I will be getting it in gold, but at this stage it's been a little delayed. So expect to see that, I hope, maybe within a week or two of this video going up, and we will have those in stock. So if you're interested in the gold, it will be coming soon. Again, I realize it's just sort of tissue paper, but as you've seen, I've just opened this. I don't open these things prior to filming the video, and all of this is already ripped. I realize it's just tissue paper and it's designed to be damaged, but it just doesn't feel like a great experience when you open up something that's brand new. And I'd hate to think that someone would get a coin like this from Thompson's Coins and think that I was a little reckless with my packaging. I take great pride in my packaging, but it's just a warning in advance. Occasionally these things from the Royal Australian Mint, even when brand new, the packaging already has that on it. Finally, we have the baby sets of the year. And if anyone's an active watcher of the channel, you'll know this is going to be a big year for myself and my wife. So I think one of these is going to stick around in the Thompson household. At the moment, I only have the mint set, or the uncirculated set. I will be getting the proof sets as well. They're just a little delayed. With all of these products, I have a small amount at the moment for release day, but I have a number of extra deliveries up and coming. So I may actually put some up on a pre-order basis. So rest assured, there will be plenty coming. And as soon as they arrive, I generally get my things sent out as soon as I get them, or as soon as they're ordered. So don't expect any kind of extensive delays. If I do put something up for pre-order, I'll endeavor to give you an accurate time frame as to when you can expect it. And as soon as I have it, it'll be on its way to you. Let's take a look at this set now. Before I even talk about the actual coins, I'll just point out that this is a very cute design. So on the back of the set, it has a section here saying, "This set was given to me by," and you fill out all of the information. So, you know, if you're giving this to a loved one, a friend, family member, you put your name on there, as well as the details of the baby. So I think that's really nice, and it's nice to see that you can personalize something like this to that extent, because I think it makes for a really nice keepsake for the baby. Onto the set, it's really great to see that each of the coins are unique and they are distinctly baby themed. So the 5 cent, 10 cent, 20, you name it, the whole set, you get the idea. Each has a bit more of a baby themed take on the Australian animals that appear on the traditional design of the coin. Flipping over to the obverse, I've just noticed they don't actually have the so the Creatures of the Deep obverse has that design, the obverse design, the I guess you'd call it the memorial obverse. These actually just have a standard 2023 legend on them. So interesting to note. And I also like about these sets, they have a medallion on here, and the obverse of that is blank as well, so you could get that engraved if you like. But having said that, I'm not sure that you can open this set. I'm not going to open this one. Maybe I will. I think possibly with some elbow grease you can get these open, but I don't know that it will reseal. Maybe someone braver than me will find out, but I maybe hold your horses on the engraving. You just use the backside of the packaging for your personalised messages and whatnot. So there you have it, the new releases from the Royal Australian Mint. They are available to order now. Once the first batch sells out, I have a number of extras. I've got plenty of stock coming, but I've tried to outsmart myself and used a couple of different suppliers. which has actually resulted in staggering my delivery dates. So once the first batch sells out, I'll put the remainder up for pre-order, and I'll also include an expected arrival date, and I'll get them shipped out to you as quickly as possible. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like the tripod fish or the blobfish in the Creatures of the Deep series? And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and happy collecting!